Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Erichu, and welcome back to another episode of the Mindful SMP. I apologize for how little of this I've been uploading and just how little I've been uploading in general. I've been really busy this summer trying to figure out stuff for school, trying to find a job, and it's definitely been stressful. So we're finally here, able to record another episode. So yeah, you might be asking, what the heck has been going on between this episode and the last episode? Well, I have a beacon full of gold, as well as 2 shulkers and extra gold in those 2 shulkers there, full of gold blocks. Because before we upgraded to 1.14.3, the gold farm was utilized a lot by myself. And so I have a bunch of gold. And before we upgraded again, I made these 3 sets of armor, which are all full protections, full respiration, everything that you need, except for thorns, because I don't really want thorns. And all 3 sets. So I have those. I have some armor here that you can't obtain anymore, especially these, because of the multiple protections thing you can no longer do. But I've just been wearing this armor because it's really good. Protection 4, projectile 4, breaking 3, mending. So it's all pretty good stuff. This one's alright. And these ones are pretty good too. It just doesn't have any of the... It doesn't have depth strider, and it doesn't have blast protection, but that's okay. And of course I have my wings, my elytra, and I have a couple of them also in here. Oh, yeah, I need to explain this really quick. I got a trident. It's amazing how insane it was that I actually got this. And so I will roll the clip of how I got this.
Ooh, there's...
I have looting. Wait.
Ooh.
Wait.
Ooh,
I got it!
GG. And I had to. You got
Oh my god, Kenny! I'm way too happy
Nice.
right now.
Nice,
What?
GG.
It was because of you. Wait, I wanna throw the zombie over there. Oh, now I need to go get it. That is so cool!
Nice.
What is this? What is this clip? I can't, dude. This is going. This is. Oh, I just hit my mic. I just got a trident. And there you have it. Yeah, I was with Kenny. Initially, that recording, all I was trying to do was just tour his base with him, have fun. I saw the trident dude, I'm like, oh my god, I have looting, I can kill him and get the trident. I actually got the stupid trident. And so I threw every trident enchant on it that obviously would apply to a loyalty 3 trident, the ones that you throw and like it's a projectile rather than the Riptide one. And hopefully I do get another Riptide one, because those things are fun. But yeah, so I got this trident, which was absolutely amazing. And I have 3 Wither Skulls here. I actually grinded out way more than this. Sadly, I don't have any of the clips from that, just because I think... I believe, nice grammar there. I believe I deleted that footage just because it was taking up so much space on my hard drive. So, yeah. Over here we have more horses than I think we maybe did in the last episode. We have pigs, mushrooms, and sheep, which I've kind of already shown this off. And we would have chickens here, I just don't need them right now. But I may be actually getting more of those later. And then obviously my storage area, and just... everything here is just such a big mess. And so I wanted to explain why I've been getting nether wart over there by walking down into here. This is the start of what I want to do with this place to make it actually like a base of operations inside here with storage, enchanting rooms, brewing rooms. I mean, I guess I only need one enchanting room, but you know what I mean. Furnace smelting stuff. And this was all the red nether brick I had access to before I planted all those netherwort. And I've made quite a bit more here because I want to use red nether brick a lot because I really like red nether brick. It is, I think, my favorite color of red, especially the kind of more inner parts here, but it's one of my favorite blocks. And I've placed crafting benches here, and I'll probably be placing them all over the place just to make it all look really nice. And obviously I haven't completed everything here yet, but this is just the start. And so I plan on, I think, putting a brewing room here, enchanting room there, or vice versa. I don't know how I'm going to do it just yet. And then what I wanted to do was maybe branch off this way, and then maybe even more forwards, just depending on what I plan on doing here for more storage. Because right now my storage is just consisting of basically just barrels and 1 barrel per thing, although some of them have multiple stuff in here like that. And so I do want to organize that. That's not going to happen this episode, just because I really don't feel like it. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm not going to be working on it this episode, but I wanted to just show you off what's been going on since the last one. And then for episode 5, because this is episode 4, wow, how about that? Then we can progress and actually do more stuff. And the other thing, my major big project, is if I come down here, you can see that we have villagers. And the little water thing there that's been pushing them in. And that's because outside, and I'll show that off in a bit, I have a villager breeder, which I don't know if it's actually been working. And then you can see right here I have a big tunnel all the way down that way, and a big tunnel all the way down this way with some shulkers over there. That's because I've been working on getting some villagers, and I have a mending villager right here, which is really nice, of course. And I had some here. I think this guy was Silk Touch, but he died. But I still have some of the books, so that's fine. I don't know what this guy was. And some of these guys are really good, like Loyalty 3, Sharpness 5 for a stack of emeralds, which isn't terrible. Aqua Affinity, some of these guys. Protection 4 for only 14 emeralds. And he also has Frostwalker, interestingly enough. So yeah, just all these guys have different stuff. Looting 2, because Looting 3 is very hard to get, and I actually do want to get a different sword than this one. I think I already have everything on it except for looting. And I wanted to make a sword that just didn't have fire aspect. That was the goal there. Lost Protection 3 for only 12 emeralds. This was very helpful when I was able to make the armor with multiple multiple protections, but now you can't. There's a Riptide book, so that's perfect. Just different things. And I'm not going to show all these off. And I mean, I've already kind of shown most of them off. And then I have a couple of clerics down here, which I did have more, but they've been kind of weird and buggy. Like when I trade Rotten Flesh, it'll take it'll take a whole stack, but it'll only give me 1 emerald. It's just been kind of weird. So yeah, eventually I do actually want to revamp all of this and make it actually look really nice. Again, not going to happen this episode. My current goal is this episode, I'm just showing you everything that happened between this episode and the previous one. And then next episode is this bad boy. Getting everything done down this path, including storage, enchanting, so that I just don't have to deal with this mess. Again. So then over here is the last thing I wanted to show off at my base, and then I actually was going to go fly to spawn and show you what's been going on there. So this is my villager breeder area, and I don't think they're actually breeding right now because I think there may have been a change with how the beds work with the villagers, like maybe that in order to breed, now they actually need to be able to sleep in the bed. And so I may have to move them down, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. But obviously that's actually kind of good for me because then I'm not generating millions of villagers, which I accidentally did at one point. And yeah, and there's another shulker there just with stuff in it. And then I was using this to mine a bunch of coal ores that I had already mined, and which are sitting in these shulkers here. So, again, like I said, there was lots of stuff going on, and now I'm just going to show you what has been going on in the Nether. So here we are, coming through my portal, which is just very basic wall of cobblestone here, in order to avoid the abyss below, which is lava. And then this is just my tunnel here. I built a very basic design. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this. It's just an idea that I came up with, and it looks pretty good, even though kind of the backside of it looks kind of weird. But you know what I mean. And then up here is where I'm going to actually eventually end up moving my portal, because the Nether hub has been worked on quite a bit. And so I'm going to come through here. Ow! That didn't work quite how I wanted that to. Okay. There we are. That got us a good bit of distance here. So I'm going to run over here, make a sharp right angle, which I will probably be fixing as we go at some point here. Keep going this way. Random banner that somebody placed that just looks absolutely hideous. I don't even know who placed that. And then right here, my tunnel with the new banner. Like I said, look at the difference in, like, well, let me take off the elytra first. Like, look at the difference. Like, that one is so red, and I like that red, but my cape is so, like, washed out, and that happens with all the capes for the banners, and it just is so weird. But regardless, it's not really that big a deal. So yeah, then here's my tunnel next to Kenny's. And GP, GP, please prank me, he says. Oh my god. He needs clips. He needs content. Please give him content. Oh dear. I was actually going to help Master Squirrel with some pranking in regards to GP. So maybe we'll keep tuned for that. Regardless, here's spawn. The portal, well, anyways, the portal to spawn, and it's set with the little mushrooms here because it was in a mushroom biome when we started. So, and I mean, it still is in a mushroom biome. It's just different now. Yeah. Why is there only 2 ender chests here? That's confusing. Why is there? Diamond isn't on. Okay, he's the one who's been leading the Nether Hub project. All right, there's a random white banner, sure. And so he's the one who's actually done, I think, majority of the work here. These ghasts, by the way, I know that they look terrifying, and they are. But you can see if we look way off in the distance, they're in a glass box, meaning they can't hurt us. But they still look really cool. So, yeah. And then over here is just a little wall of like people's banners and stuff. So, which only a couple people have done thus far, including myself, Diamond, and Justin's Hoth area, and Spawn, of course. So now what I'm going to do is head to Spawn and show you what's been going on there. So here we are coming out of the portal, which I don't know if it's been moved down since since like a while ago. I don't know if this was in the last episode or not. If it was, then cool. If not, it's been moved down from the second floor to the first, just to make it more convenient. And then over here is my food stand, which has chicken and sweet berries, which nobody has ever bought the sweet berries, literally ever. I used to accept gold blocks, but now it's iron blocks because, well, there's a gold farm that's public use, and so it doesn't really matter anymore. And I need iron, so always need iron. So yeah, then I'll just kind of go in order here. So this is Andrew's book. He has mending and silk touch books here, which nobody's really needed the mending by the time that kind of Andrew came along. And you can get 7 diamonds for each, or 2 any of his books for 12 diamonds, which isn't that bad. We have Justin's rockets, which 1 stack of rockets is a diamond or 5 iron. And one time I just completely bought out his entire thing because I really badly needed fireworks. And I have a couple boxes. One of them is in here just completely filled with fireworks, and the other one's pretty low, actually. Like, I've been using these fireworks like crazy. It's actually so nice. Right here, I have made a Wither Skull stand. And I don't know why all of us decided to opt with stands, but they look good. So Ares Withered Skulls, grinding done, so you don't have to. So if we just come on in here, I've made it 15 diamonds per skull, and there's 6 currently for sale, and I've actually sold 9. I think. So that was what? 45 for this for the 3. 45 times 2 is 90, plus another 45 is 95 with remainder of 40. So 135 diamonds, or just a little over 2 stacks. That was some quick math going on in my head. But it wasn't in my head because I realized I just said all of that out loud. Whoops. Anyways, I don't know what this is. It's been here since like the beginning. I don't know whose it is, what they're gonna do with it. Looks good. Over here is Lautner's Mending, who is the first person to have Mending, and he still has not collected these diamonds. These have been in here forever, and he sold like several barrels full of these things of Mending, and he just hasn't restocked it because I think everyone kind of has all their Mending that they need at this point. So yeah, and this was before he lowered the price too, because I think they were 15 diamonds for one initially. And now they've been lowered to 10 per one. And he got like a full barrel, at least full 15, probably even 2. So he's very rich. And I don't have my diamonds in here, but I'm also pretty rich. And then over here, I built a different design shack, and then obviously it was copied over here. This used to be a cactus farm, but I think this is Swirls. I don't know exactly what he's going to do with it. But yeah, I literally just mending for less. Mending is 5 diamonds per one mending book. And I've sold maybe about 5 of these. Just again, people haven't really needed mending anymore because everybody has it already. Like me. And I have a villager as well. And then just the only other thing that's been going on around spawn here is just the amount of like tree and nature and just nice looking stuff all over here. And I love Kenny's Kenny's base especially here. It just looks really good. Of course, this is to Random's skeleton farm below the surface, which I think was the main source of XP before the Enderman farm, as well as the gold farm, because the gold farm is really good to just AFK. Mr. Vielo has been working on his spawn base here. Huh. I was literally in here like yesterday. Oh, there's bats in here. That's cool. This is gonna be like the bat cave or something. That's probably not what it's actually gonna be, but that would be kind of funny. But yeah, Mr. Vielo has been doing quite a bit of work here. Huh. Interesting. And then there's animals over there with cows, sheep, basically all the normal animals that I already have at my base, so I don't need to worry about. And then Random's thing, Justin's house, a slime farm, which is over here. Well, this isn't actually the slime farm. This is just the collection. Oh my god, it's full. Well, it's not entirely full, but these chests are full. Are the hoppers full? Yes, they are. Okay. But how this works, and I'm just going to show this off for my viewers because I think Justin and Diamond are the ones that worked on this. There is a system set up to transport the items from underground, and that one's just stuck. I'll just throw it back in there. And it'll rise up. Maybe. Yep, there you go. So then they rise up from down there, go all the way through here and into the hoppers there. And this one's just a decor one. But I think the actual farm itself is like somewhere over here, right at spawn chunks. This is Lautner's house, which he dug out into the entire mountain, which is insane. Oh, is that where it is? Right over here? I don't know where the actual entrance is. Yeah, I really don't know, actually. There's turtles there, too. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know exactly where the entrance is. It's somewhere around the spawn point, which I think initially was somewhere around there, but I think maybe we moved it, or I say we, somebody moved it to here exactly at some point early in the season just to kind of mainstream it a bit more. I think it maybe was there before Lautner did stuff. I don't know. I don't know where the entrance to the slime farm thing is. All I know is that it's pretty cool. Oh, this is the cactus thing here. It was moved. Interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. It's just a very basic low-level one. Every time the cactus grows, it'll break, probably land on a carpet, which has hoppers. So it's not like an OP cactus farm trying to get like all the best cactus, all the cactus, you know, and that kind of thing. It's just a nice little thing at spawn to give people cactus if they need it. That's all. And then other than that, I think that is just about everything that's been going on, at least at spawn and at my base. The only other thing I guess I should point out is that I don't think I've shown this on camera before, but those are my animals right there. Actually, I have doggies and a kitty over there, which I may have shown that one on camera. The cat, actually. And maybe no, I've shown both of those on camera. Actually, now that I think about it, I just moved them to spawn because I was worried about them despawning because of the bug, which has since been fixed. But anyways, why am I showing this off? I am going to be turning this area into my spawn home of sorts, and really I kind of more or less I'm going to be doing it over here, and this is going to be a steampunk airship right around here, which is going to be in the air. So yeah, and I've been working on a design. I've been building one that was massive, and I don't know if I'm going to build that one at spawn, because if I build it at spawn, you know, it's a spectacle. It's like one of the coolest things at spawn, and it's crazy. But I wanted to build it at my base because, again, my base theme is going to be a steampunk kind of inspired deal. And I was thinking I might just build two of them, but like as if one had just flown over to that other spot, and like, you know, they basically are flying back and forth to those two spots whenever I quote unquote need them, but really they're just two separate builds. So I was thinking I might do that, but it's like 10,000 blocks in size. It's massive. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. But yeah, for now, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end off the episode. But before I do, because I realize I have never done this before, and I actually had planned something for the end of this episode, I'm going to take off my armor and show you the steampunk version of the new skin that I think I've shown off before. And I don't think I've ever explicitly announced this as like a new version of my skin. But this is a new version of my skin. I've made a couple alterations from the guy I had actually commissioned this from. The same guy who commissioned the winter one I showed off, I think, in episode 1, right at the end. And so there was a couple things fixed. The hair is now more of an actual dirty blonde color rather than like peach fuzz color before or whatever. I think I made the goggles gold, which they weren't previously. And overall, I think I just fixed some shading issues as well, and just consistency and stuff. But yeah, looks really good. But the same guy. Oh god, why is my head twitching? It's fine. The same guy contacted me again, and he's like, hey, I've improved a lot on my shading skills, on my general creation skills, and so I wanted to take another try at your skin. And I'm like, yeah, dude, do that, because that'll be really cool. So I'm going to just stand still here in first person, and I'm going to go ahead and switch my skins. Fortunately, it's very easy. All I have to do is just upload the skin to the Minecraft.net, And yeah, so I'll see you guys in just a moment with the new and improved, updated steampunk skin. Which this is the steampunk skin, by the way. Which is, yeah, yeah. Alrighty, as you can already see by my hand alone, that differences have been made. So now I'm gonna press F5 in 3, 2, 1. Wapow! And actually, I'm gonna remove the cape for this. So wapow! Oh, the sign's in the way. God dang it. Okay, so yeah, wapow! Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, there's a nice A on the back here. I think I decided to just not have the bandolier done this time because it was covering stuff and it didn't really look great. So there's the back view, pretty nice, and the front view. Look at how much of an improvement this is on the old skin. It still feels like the same one, but just improved. Like you can see in my face, there's a lot more shading, and I mean everywhere really. There's a lot more shading, and it just is a lot smoother, and it looks really, really good. Now, this version actually was not the one I was sent, because when I went to ask him a couple things, like, hey, I noticed that you made the gold color of the jacket look like the hair color. And I asked him about that, and he's like, yeah, that was intentional to try to keep the palette simple. And I'm like, look, I don't want the palette to be simple. I want it the way I want it, you know? And he's like, no, I like the colors the way they are. And the other issue I had was the jacket was not nearly red enough. It looked pretty much brown, and I didn't really like that. Like a very, very reddish brown. And so I went in and adjusted them to be much more vibrant and brighter, and I'm very, very happy with how this came out. So, yeah. I'm still, like, I'm not mad at him for anything. Obviously, he did a really good job. This is the same guy who made the other one, the other skin I was just showing off. And I'm not mad at him. It's just, I'm like, okay. I didn't pay for him to redo it because he offered me to do it for free, so he did. And so I'm like, it's fine. It looks good. I will just fix it because sometimes he doesn't listen. But, you know, it's fine. But yeah, it does look really good, and I'm actually happy with how it looks after the changes that I made, obviously. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop rambling about my skin now. So thank you guys for watching this episode of the Mindful SMP. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you have, then please feel free to let me know by zapping that like button and subscribing for more. And if you have any comments or suggestions to leave for me, then feel free to leave those in the comment section. As far as I know, you've been watching. I've been Erichu, and I'll see you all whenever I see you next. Bye! Mindful SMP.